Hello guys, greetings from Placement Ski. I welcome you all to the lecture series on TCS NQT previous year questions. Now I'll be covering the exact questions from the paper that was conducted on October 27th, slot 2. In this I've already covered the first part, now this is the second part. Okay. In the first part I've covered questions from 1 to 10. Now I'll be covering questions from 11 to 20. And all these questions are from quantitative ability. The population of town is 1,21,000. If it increases at the rate of at the rate of 10% per annum, what is the difference between the population 3 years hence and that of 2 years ago? Fine. What is the current population? The current population is 1,21,000. Okay. Now, what was the population 2 years ago? So let's assume the population 2 years ago was P. Okay. So what happens? We know that the population is increasing at the rate of 10% per annum. So we can say that P into 1 plus 10% whole square, because it's 2 years, right? This value is given as 1,21,000, the current population. So what do we get? We get P into 1.1 square is equal to 1,21,000. That implies what is the current population? What is the population 2 years ago that we get? It is 1,21,000 divided by 1.1 square, which is 1.21. So what is the value that we get? We get it as 1 lakh. Okay. So that is done. The population 2 years ago is done. Okay. Now what are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find the population 3 years hence. 3 years hence. So how do we find the population 3 years hence? We know the current population. From here, there is a rate of increase of 10% every year. So we can say that this value will be how much? 1,21,000, the current population, into 1 plus r% whole power 3. Okay, because it's 3 years hence. 3 years from the current population. Yeah. So what do we get? We get 1,21,000 into 1.1 because r is 10%, right? 1.1 whole cube. So this is a value that we are supposed to compute. So how do we get this? So 1.1 cube, which is, I'll just write it as 121 into 11 cube, because there are 3 decimals, right? So I'm just cancelling out 3 zeros. So we get this value is equivalent to 121 into 11 cube. Yeah. So what do we get? We get it as 121 into, 11 cube is 1331. So let's compute 121 into 1331. Yeah. 1331 into 121. So we get 1s, 3s, 3s, 1s into 2 1s, 2 3 6, 2 3 6, 2 1s, 2. And then you have 1 3 3 1. So you get the value 9 10 6 4 10 11 6 1 6 1 0 5 1. So therefore we have got the population 3 years hence as 161,051. Okay. And then the population 2 years ago as 1 lakh. So we are supposed to find the difference between the population 3 years hence and that of 2 years ago. So we are supposed to find these two difference. So what is the difference that we get? 161,051 minus 1 lakh. So we get the value as 61051. Yeah, it is 51, right? So this is the population difference, which is option C. Question number 12. Mr. Ramu invested 9,000 at a certain rate of interest compounded annually for 3 years. Okay. Now if it amounts to rupees 10,890 at the end of the second year, what will be the interest for the third year? Okay. So principal is given as how much? It's 9,000. Okay. And then what is the amount after 2 years? It's given that the amount after 2 years is rupees 10,890. So we can use the formula, right? What is that? So 10,890 amount is equal to principal, that is 9,000, into 1 plus r%, and it is for 2 years, right? It's amount after 2 years, so whole square. So this is what we have. So what is it? 10,890 divided by 9,000. This value is equal to 1 plus r by 100 whole square. Yeah. So let's simplify. 0 0 cancel. 9 hundreds. 9 ones 9, 9 twos 18, 9 ones 9. So what do we get? We get 121 by 100 is equal to 1 plus r% whole square. So 11 by 10 is equal to 1 plus r%. So what do we get? We get r value as how much? R by 100 is equal to 1.1 minus 1 is 1. Okay. 1.1 minus 1 is 0.1, right? So we get the r value as how much it is? 10%. 100 into 0.1, that is 10%. Okay, so we have got the rate of interest value. Okay, now what will be the interest for the third year? See, we know that under compound interest, the interest is always charged on the total amount due till the previous year, right? The total amount due which is till the previous year, right? So therefore, we know that the total amount due till previous year is how much till the end of the second year? It is 10,890. Okay. Therefore, now the interest is only charged on this value for the third year. Yeah. So what I'm saying is the interest in the third year is the interest that's charged on the amount till the second year. Okay. So what are we effectively supposed to compute? We are supposed to compute 10% of this value. So what is 10% of this value? You get 1089. Yeah. The compound interest charge for the third year is 1089 because the amount accrued till the end of the second year was 10,890. We know that compound interest is charged on the total amount due till the previous year. So 10% on this gives us a compound interest charge for the third year, which is 1089, option C. 2-meter broad walkway is built around a garden 18-meter long and 12-meter wide. So this is 18-meter long and then this is 12-meter wide. Okay. Now there is a 2-meter broad walkway. See, this is the walkway that's constructed. So that is what this is 2 meters. This is 2 meters. This is 2 meters. Yeah, it's the equal distribution. Okay, this is 2 meters. Okay. Now, what are the dimensions of the garden initially? It is 18 meters into 12 meters. So this was the dimensions of the garden. Now, what is the dimensions of the outer boundary? So this is the outer boundary, right? So what happens? So this is the outer boundary that we have, right? So this 18 meters plus 2 meters plus 2 meters. So this gives us the length and this gives us a breadth. Yeah. So this is what we get. Okay. So we have what? This is 12. 12 plus 2 is 12 plus 2 plus 2. So we get 14. And then here we have 18 plus 2 plus 2, that is 22. So what is the dimensions of the outer boundary? It is 22 meters into how much is it? 22. 18 plus 4, 22. And then 12 plus 4, that is 16 meters. Okay. So now we have the dimensions of the outer boundary also. Therefore, what is the area of the walkway? Area of the walkway is what? So we are supposed to compute this area, right? So how do we get that area? Compute the area of the outer boundary, which is this, and then compute the area of the garden and subtract these two areas, you get the value. Yeah, which is how much? 22 into 16 minus 18 into 12. This is what you're supposed to compute. What is 22 into 16? It is 11 into 32. So we get it as 352 minus what is 18 into 12? It is 15 square minus 3 square. So 225 minus 9. So we get it as 216, right? 225 minus 9. So what is the value that we get? We get it as 100 and what? Is it 30? 136, isn't it? Yeah. So therefore the area of the walkway is how much it is? 136 meters square. The incomes of A and B are in the ratio of 8:5. So if this is 8x, the income of A, the income of B is supposed to be 5x. And their expenditures are in the ratio of 13:7. So 13y is the expenditure of A and 7y is the expenditure of B. Okay. Now if this is income and this is saving, we know this is expenditure, and what is savings? Savings of what? Income minus expenditure. So 8x is the income of A minus 13y is the expenditure of A, and then how about savings of B? We get 5x minus 7y. Okay. Now we are told that each saves rupees 3000. So we are told that this value is 3000. Okay, this value is 3000. So what can we say? We know that 8x minus 13y is 3000. 5x minus 7y is 3000. So let's equate these two. So what do we get? We get 8x minus 13y. This value is equal to 5x minus 7y. So what do we get? 8x minus 5x. So you get 3x is equal to 13 minus 7. So 6y. So we get the value of x as how much? It is 2y. Okay. So let's substitute in any of the equations. Let's substitute in either this equation or the other equation. So what do we get? We get, let me write it here, 5x minus 7y is equal to 3000. So we know x is 2y. So 5 into 2y. So you get 10y minus 7y is 3000. Therefore, we get the values of y as 1000. Okay. We know the value of y and then we also know the value of x. How much? 2y, which is 2000. Okay. So we know x, we know y. what are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find the expenditure of B. So what is the expenditure of B? So this is the expenditure of B, 7y. So we already know y value 1000. So therefore expenditure of B will be 7000 rupees, which is option C. Option C, which is 7000. Mr. Raju traveled a certain distance at a certain speed. Had he moved 4 kilometers faster, he would have taken 30 minutes less. Or if he had moved 2 kilometers per hour slower, he would have taken 30 minutes more. So what is the distance traveled by him? We know that the distance is constant. Yeah, just that he's moving either faster or slower than the usual speed. Yeah, so let's assume the usual time is t and the usual speed is s. Then what is the distance, the usual distance that is covered? It is s into t. So that is the distance that is supposed to be covered. Okay, now what happened? He's traveling 4 kilometers per hour faster. He would have taken 30 minutes lesser. Therefore, he is traveling 4 kilometers per hour faster. So speed is s plus 4, whereas time is how much? It is t minus half. If t is the usual time, he is taking 30 minutes less, half an hour less. So therefore, what is the distance covered? S plus 4 into t minus half. Yeah. So let me also simplify this. So what do we get? st, s into t minus s into half plus 4 into t plus 4 into minus half, that is minus 2. That is, yeah. So this is the distance that he's covered. Okay. Now let's take the third case. If he traveled 2 kilometers per hour slower, he would have taken 30 minutes more. So 2 kilometers per hour slower. So the speed would be s minus 2, and then he would have taken 30 minutes more. So it is t plus half. Okay. So if you are multiplying the speed and time, you get the distance, right? We know the distance doesn't change. Yeah. Whatever distance that we calculate here, whatever distance we calculate here, whatever distance we calculate here, all the three are should be same. Yeah. So let me compute this. So what do we get? st minus, sorry, plus s by 2 minus 2t minus 1. Yeah, minus 2 into half is minus 1. This is what we get. Okay, we can equate the distances. Okay, let me equate this first distance with the second distance. Okay, so what do we get? We get st should be equal to, what is the distance here? This is the distance here, right? Distance is how much? It is st minus s by 2 plus 4t minus 2. st cancel, so what do we get? We get s by 2 minus 4t plus 2 is equal to 0. Yeah, s by 2 minus 4t plus 2. So effectively we get what? S minus 80 plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, now how about this? Let me equate 1 and 3. Okay, the distance that we have computed in 1 and the distance that we have computed in 3. So what do we get? We get st is equal to st plus s by 2 minus 2t minus 1. So st cancels. So what do we get? We get s minus 4t minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay, so we have got two equations. Okay, two variables, so we can solve for this to get the value of s and t, after which we can compute the distance. Okay, so two equations are there. So how shall we compute? So we can just subtract these two equations, right? So let me write the two equations here. It is what? The first equation is s minus 80 plus 4 is equal to 0, and the second equation is s minus 40 minus 2 is equal to 0. So what do we get? Let's subtract these two. It becomes plus, it becomes plus. So we get minus 40 is equal to minus 6. That is, we get the value of time period as 1.5 hours. Okay, yeah, we've got time. So now we can substitute in any of the two equations. You get the value of s. So let me take this equation itself. Okay, so s minus 40. So s minus 40. 40 is how much? It is 6. 4 into 1.5 is 6. Minus 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, we get the value of speed as 8 kilometers per hour. Okay, we've got the value of speed, we've got the value of time. So what is the distance? It is speed into time. So 8 into 1.5 should give you 12 kilometers. Therefore, the distance that he's supposed to travel is 12 kilometers. What is the value of, yeah, a few values certs are given. So we are supposed to compute this. So let me write this as after point we have 4 digits after decimal point, right? So I'll write it as 16 divided by 1 followed by 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, yeah, square root of so much, plus, and then this also can be written as 144 by 100 square root, and this also can be written as 125 by 1000, and this is cube root, minus this can be written as 216 by 1000, again we have a cube root, divided by 512 by 1000 cube root. Okay, fine. So it's easy to compute this way, okay, because we may get confused, because square root of 0.0016, you're not sure whether it's 0.04, 0.4, whatever, yeah, something like that. Therefore we can go ahead this way. So what is square root of 16? It is 4. Square root of 10,000 is 100, plus square root of 144 is 12. Square root of 100 is 10, plus square root of 125 is, sorry, cube root of 125 is 5. Cube root of 1000 is 10, minus cube root of 216 is 6. Cube root of 1000 is 10. This value divided by cube root of 512 is 8. Cube root of 1000 is 10. This is what we have. Okay, what happens? 6 by 10 by 8 by 10, so 10 10 cancel, so you get minus 6 by 8, right? So what is 4 by 100? It is 0.04, and then 12 plus 5, 17 by 10 is 1.7, minus 6 by 8 is 3 by 4, which is 0.75. So what 0.04 plus 1.7 is 1.74, minus 0.75, yeah, so you get the value as 0.99, which is option B. Okay, Sarita wants to gift a stationery kit which includes a pencil, an eraser and a sharpener to some kids in her village. That is, a kit has one pencil, one eraser, one sharpener. Now she went to a wholesaler for purchasing these items. The seller sells pencils in package of only 12, erasers in package of 18 and sharpeners in package of 10. Okay, now she purchases minimum number of packets so that a fixed number of kits can be prepared without any item being unused or short. Okay, what is the number of packets of pencils purchased by her? Fine. See, each pencil pack has how many pencils? I'm just capturing the data here. Each pencil pack has 12 pencils, 12 pencils, and then erasers pack of 18, and then sharpeners, each sharpener is a package of 10. Okay. Now we know that each kit comprises a pencil, one eraser, and a sharpener. Okay. Therefore, to prepare kits without any item unused, the total number of pencils, erasers, sharpeners should be equal. Yes. See, we know that each kit has one pencil, one eraser, and a sharpener, right? Therefore, to prepare kits without any wastage or any item being short, to prepare kit, we know that the total number of pencils, sharpeners, and erasers should be equal, right? Only then nothing will be remain. Yeah. That is, let's assume that she has purchased X packs of pencils, X packs of pencils, and then Y packs of erasers, and then Z packs of sharpeners. Then what happens? We know that the total number of pencils should be equal to total number of erasers should be equal to total number of sharpeners. So 12x should be equal to 18y should be equal to 10z. Only then we don't have any item that is remained. Yeah. And also it's told that she purchases minimum number of packs of each. Minimum number of packs. Therefore, what can we conclude? We can conclude that to get the minimum number of packs, see 12x should be equal to 18y should be 10z, and this value should be equal to LCM of 12, 18 and 10. Only then we have minimum number of pencils, erasers and sharpeners, so that we have minimum number of packs as well. So what is the LCM of 12, 18 and 10? It is 180, right? 180. Therefore, how many packs of pencils should she have purchased? We know 12x is equal to 180. We know, right? 12x is equal to 18 or equal to 10z is equal to 180 to get minimum number of packs of each. So we get 12x is equal to 180. So we get x value as 15. So what is x that you have assumed? X is the number of packs of pencils that is purchased. Okay. Therefore, the number of packets of pencils purchased by her is 15. Okay. She could have purchased lot more packs, but we want minimum number of packs. Therefore, we have taken LCM as 180, assuming that each of the pencils, erasers and sharpeners is 180, so that we get the number of packets of pencils purchased as 15. We can also find out the minimum number of uh, eraser packs purchased and sharpener packs purchased here. Just equate 18y equal to 180, so you get y value as 10. 10z is equal to 180, you get c value as 18. All of this, yeah. In this case, the answer is 15. The following pie chart shows the expenditure in percentage on various items of a family during a month. What is the monthly expenditure on education if the monthly expenditure on clothes is 2400? Fine, so let's assume 100x is a total expenditure. Okay, now what is the monthly expenditure on clothes? Clothes is green color, so which is this one, 12%. What is 12% of 100x? It is 12x. Yeah, fine. So this value is given as 2400. Yeah, this 12x value is given as 2400. So what is the value of x that we get? 12 to 24. So you get the value of x as 200. Therefore, what is the monthly expenditure on education? You know, education is what? It is blue color. Yeah, this one. Yeah, before this red color. Yeah, this one, 15%. So 15% of 100x. So which is 15x, right? 15% of the total expenditure 100x. So we get 15x. So we already know x value. So what is 15 into x? 15 into 200. So we get the value as 3000 rupees. Therefore, the monthly expenditure on education is rupees 3000. It's a very easy question. Okay. The following table gives the percentage distribution of population of 4 states. Okay, there are 4 states A, B, C, D, and then we are given the percentage of the population below the poverty line, and then we are also given the proportion of male and female below poverty line and the proportion of male and female above poverty line. All of this. Okay. Now we are given the state A's female population below poverty line. Now we are supposed to find the total population of state A. First, let's assume the total population of state A to be 100x, so that the computations are easy. Now, what is the population of state below poverty line? It is 40%. 40% of 100x, so we get 40x. So 40x population are below poverty line. Then, what is the ratio of males and females below poverty line? Below poverty line, the ratio of males and females is 3 is to 4. 3 is to 4. Okay. Therefore, what is the female population below poverty line? We know the ratio is 3 is to 4. So 4 parts, because the females is 4, right? 4 parts out of total 4 plus 3, 7 parts out of the total population below poverty line. Yeah, 40x. Okay, so 4/7 of 40x. This value is given as how much? It is 2 lakh. Okay, so let's compute this value. 41s, 45s, 200. Okay, we have a 5000 here. So what is x value that we get? 5000 into 7 divided by 4. 4 ones, 4 250s, 1000. So 250 into 5, 1250 into 7. So what is the x value that we get? 1250 into 7, 7 zeros, 7 5 35, 7 2s 14 plus 3 17, 8. So we get the value of x as how much? The value of x as 8750. What are we supposed to find? We are supposed to find the total population of state A. Total population of A is 100x. Therefore, this value into 100 gives you the total population of state A. How much is it? 8750 followed by 2 zeros. So it is 8,75,000. Therefore, the population of state A is 8,75,000, which is option C. That's what we are supposed to find. Yeah. Okay. So if root 5 minus root 3 by root 5 plus root 3, so on. Yeah. So how do we simplify this? First, we'll first rationalize the denominator. Yeah. So root 5 minus root 3 by root 5 plus root 3. So let's multiply by the conjugate, which is root 5 minus root 3. Here also by root 5 minus root 3, because we can't change a value as such. So in numerator we have root 5 minus root 3 whole square. In denominator we have root 5 whole square, it is 5 minus root 3 whole square, that is 3. A plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square, right? So what is it that we get? It is 5 plus 3 minus 2 into root 15 divided by, you have 5 minus 3, that is 2. So we get 8 minus 2 root 15 by 2, that is 4 minus root 15. Okay, I'm just dividing each of these values by 2. 8 by 2 gives 4 and minus 2 root 15 by 2 gives minus root 15. Okay, this is what we got, and we are told that this value is equal to 2a plus 3b. Okay, so effectively what does that mean? We can say that, sorry, we are supposed to find 2a plus 3b, that is fine, but we are told that this value is a plus b root 15. A plus b into root 15. Okay, so on comparison, what do we get? We can compare these two and we can compare these two. So we can say that the value of a is equal to 4. The value of b is equal to minus 1, because we have plus b root 15 and here we have minus 1 into root 15. So on comparison, we get b value as minus 1. So what is the value of 2a plus 3b? So 2 into a, which is 8, 2 4 is 8, plus 3 into b value is minus 1. So we get 8 minus 3, that is value is 5, which is option A. Thank you everyone.